help the viewers understand, Delhi has recorded its highest road deaths in 7 years, 1,617 to be precise, across 1,570 road accidents. In your assessment, what's happening on the ground? Is the single biggest failure in preventing these fatalities? What would it be? I mean, you're a former top cop of the national capital.
Good evening, Kavit. This is the alarming data is provided by you as really alarming, and to be considered very serious in Delhi itself, because the fatality has definitely risen about 4.9%, as you have already displayed in your screen. Now, we have to see the reasons of this fatality. In my opinion, the reason what you have added in that, the overspeeding, increasing number of the population of vehicles, congestion of roads in Delhi, and drinking driving, red light jumping, and one more thing which has been definitely is a matter of concern, that using mobile while driving. I must tell you that in the past, Honorable Supreme Court has already directed Delhi police and other police in India that 4 categories of these violations should be dealt with very severely, and that was direction was red light jumping, drunken driving, overspeeding, and using mobile while driving. For these categories were categorically stated by the Honorable Supreme Court. But these compliance of these directions are, I don't think that these are being enforced very strongly. And that was also ordered that if somebody is found violating among all these, out of any of the violation of these 4 categories, then his driving license should be suspended. But and for again, if it is done within 3 months, that used to be suspended for 3 months. If it is repeated after 3 months also, then that permanent closure of his driving license should be permanent, cease to be permanent. Like in US and other countries are definitely that the very serious, it is taken very serious.
DCP Rao, if I may interject, and my apologies, I just want to know, you rightly pointed out, it is because people are using their phones, and for all the other behavioral changes that need some sort of punishment. But let's also talk about enforcement. Where does enforcement fall short? Because the highest amount of cars plying during the day is the office hours. There are so many choke points across the national capital. I mean, I don't even have to give you a list. You know them yourselves. The policemen, the traffic cops, they don't even dare come in the middle of the road because there's so much of traffic. You halt a car, that's going to give way to more traffic. So where does enforcement essentially fall short? We are absolutely conceding that people need to make behavioral changes. Driving and drinking, well, using your phone when in the age of social media whilst you're driving, not happening certainly. But where does enforcement fall short?
Yes, that is very important. Enforcement is very important aspect of this controlling this these type of violations. But at the same time, I must tell you that the enforcement is not done because of 2 reasons. As you rightly said, that on the peak hours, the police cannot enforce because if they stop any vehicle, there will be a heavy traffic jam, and that's why the Delhi police has have started violations that capturing by the cameras, and on all the strategic points, maximum this cameras, overspeeding cameras, and capturing the violations of the vehicles. These are captured by the camera, and online challans have been issued. But at the same time, that as you rightly said, that the vehicle at the peak hours is very congested roads, and there is huge traffic on the road. Police definitely cannot execute or cannot enforce these type of traffic violations. That is the reason.